Most people go through life thinking they are in control of their minds. They assume they have original thoughts, that their beliefs are their own, and that their decisions are made freely. But what if I told you? That's an illusion. Most people don't think. They react, they consume. They follow patterns shaped by their upbringing, social environment, and unconscious biases. Their minds are prisoners of habit, emotion, and fleeting desires. But philosophers? They see the world differently. They don't just accept what they are told, they question it. They don't seek comfort, they seek truth. They don't run from complexity, they embrace it. In this video, you'll learn how to break free from mental limitations and think like a philosopher. You'll discover 5 transformative principles that will sharpen your intellect, strengthen your reasoning, and give you the kind of powerful mind that stands out in a world of passive thinkers. Let's begin. 1. Embrace intellectual humility. You know nothing. One of the greatest minds in history, Socrates, once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." At first, this sounds absurd. How can knowledge come from knowing nothing? But this is the foundation of all true philosophical thinking. Most people assume they have things figured out, which makes them blind to deeper truths. They cling to their beliefs not because they are true, but because they are familiar. Philosophers, however, understand that certainty is a trap. They are comfortable admitting their ignorance, because only by doing so can they begin to learn. To think like a philosopher, you must cultivate intellectual humility. Challenge what you believe. Question your own assumptions. Recognize that your mind is full of biases, limitations, and illusions. This is not weakness, this is power. Because once you embrace the idea that you might be wrong, you open yourself to the possibility of becoming truly wise. 2. Master the art of deep thinking. Slow down your mind. In today's world, information is consumed in seconds. Social media, fast news, instant opinions. Everything is designed to keep you reacting, not thinking. But philosophers operate differently. They take their time. They let thoughts marinate. They contemplate questions deeply rather than seeking quick answers. Nietzsche once said, "It is not the strength, but the duration of great sentiments that makes great men." In other words, the ability to hold a thought, to sit with uncertainty, and to resist easy conclusions is what separates shallow thinkers from deep ones. To develop a powerful mind, you must learn to slow down. Read difficult books. Wrestle with abstract ideas. Train yourself to think critically rather than instinctively. A philosopher doesn't just consume information, they analyze it, deconstruct it, and reconstruct it into something meaningful. Ask yourself, are you truly thinking or just reacting? 3. Seek truth, not comfort, the courage to face reality. Most people seek ideas that make them feel good. They believe what aligns with their emotions, their worldview, their ego. But a philosopher is not interested in comfort. A philosopher is interested in truth. Schopenhauer once said, "The task is not so much to see what no one has yet seen, but to think what nobody has yet thought about, that which everybody sees." To think like a philosopher, you must be willing to face uncomfortable truths. You must accept that reality does not care about your feelings, that the world is complex, often unfair, and indifferent to your desires. Most people avoid difficult truths because they disrupt their illusions, but those illusions make them weak. When you embrace reality as it is, without distortion, without self-deception, you become strong. A powerful mind does not need comforting lies. It thrives on raw, unfiltered truth. 4. Question everything, the discipline of skepticism. A philosopher never takes things at face value. They question assumptions, challenge authority, and dismantle conventional wisdom. Descartes, the father of modern philosophy, took this to the extreme. He even doubted his own existence, until he arrived at the famous conclusion, "I think, therefore I am." To think like a philosopher You must develop the habit of asking why. Why do I believe this? Why does society operate this way? Why do people behave the way they do? But skepticism is not about cynicism. It's not about rejecting everything. It's about understanding why something is true before accepting it. A weak mind blindly accepts. A powerful mind investigates, analyzes, and reaches its own conclusions. If you want to sharpen your intellect, never stop questioning. 5. Develop a meta-perspective. Step outside your own mind. Perhaps the most advanced skill of a philosopher is the ability to see beyond themselves, to detach from their personal experiences, emotions, and biases, and observe reality from a higher perspective. Think of it like stepping outside your own mind and viewing your thoughts objectively. This is what makes great philosophers different. They don't just think, they think about thinking. They analyze their own mental processes. They recognize when emotions are clouding their judgment. They see the bigger picture. Nietzsche called this perspectivism, the idea that reality is not just one truth, but multiple truths depending on perspective. A philosopher learns to shift between perspectives to see the full picture. Can you do this? Can you step outside your own ego and view life with true objectivity? If you can, your mind will become sharper, more flexible, and infinitely more powerful. Thinking like a philosopher is not about memorizing quotes or pretending to be intellectual. It's about training your mind to see the world as it truly is. It's about questioning assumptions, slowing down your thoughts, seeking truth over comfort, embracing intellectual humility, and stepping outside your own perspective. Most people live in mental cages, trapped by their own biases and illusions. But those who think like philosophers, they break free, they elevate their minds, they gain an independence of thought that makes them truly powerful. The question is, will you? If this resonated with you, subscribe to Wisdom Path for more insights into deep thinking, philosophy, and the pursuit of wisdom. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and keep growing.